So there's been a lot of information in the news lately about the quote Freedom Convoy, and that is the convoy of truckers that ended up occupying the capital of Canada for approximately 3 weeks, causing the Canadian government to declare a state of emergency. Now, among people who are against the Freedom Convoy, I have seen several lines repeated over and over again. One of which being that the convoy is organized by Nazis/white nationalists. Now, I have not looked into this or confirmed the validity of this whatsoever, because the point I'm going to make in this video is that that doesn't really matter. They could be even worse than that, if there is such a thing. Maybe just add pedophile onto what they already are. And that would still not change the point of the protest. Basically, when people hear about a protest, like when they hear there's a protest to end the vaccine mandates and protest against the lockdowns, if they're against vaccine mandates and they don't like the lockdowns, they're going to support that protest. No normal person, hears about a protest they support and says, well, wait. Let me look up the beliefs and history of the people organizing it. That's just not a thing that happens in the real world. The common example that I give is, say people are organizing a protest against police brutality. It's one of the many, many thousands of Black Lives Matter protests that happened in the past few years. Everyone there is there because they are against police brutality, but say hypothetically the people who organized it may have made anti-Semitic comments in the past. That doesn't mean that the people who are protesting in favor of Black Lives Matter against police brutality are also anti-Semitic or protesting in favor of anti-Semitism. That's just not related. So it just kind of seems to me like a really, really dumb argument to try to say that this is a Nazi protest or this is a white nationalist protest, when even if those accusations are true about the people who organized it, that is not why people are supporting it or joining it. It would be a wrongful mischaracterization to say that a protest that is against vaccine mandates is actually a white nationalist protest, because there were white nationalist elements among it. Now, it's a common tactic to discredit movements and groups by taking the most fringe elements of that movement or group and trying to make them look like the poster boys, the example, the norm, when really they are just the fringe. It's my understanding that at the Freedom Convoy, there was one person there with a Nazi flag, and they had it to be like, is this what you want, Canada? Is this, do you want Nazism? They were not pro-Nazi. They were using it as an example, though that is in poor taste, and people quickly corrected them, and they got rid of it. But, it was spotted once, and that's really all it took. The media jumped on it, and all of a sudden it became a Nazi protest. Because of how strong media narratives are and how people are just really brainwashed into lines that they hear repeated, I think that for pretty much the rest of time, there's going to be a significant portion of the population that sees the freedom protest as just a white nationalist movement using freedom as a cover. I do think the majority of people can see that it's just a protest of normal working people, not obviously a Nazi uprising against the Canadian government or some nonsense like that. And so anyhow, that was pretty much my thoughts on this topic. I think it's very silly to characterize everyone in a protest by something that the protest isn't about, because it might be one of the beliefs of some of the founders. Maybe you could make an argument that they were useful idiots in favor of that cause, but to say that they are actually a part of that cause is just blatantly and objectively false by everything I can see. So yeah, do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments.